It's the holidays. You're having dinner with the entire extended family. Suspicious, twice-removed uncle with unexplained tattoos and all. And it's time. Someone's about to bring up the latest news. And everyone's firm belief that they're not only the most informed, but also the most rational, rears its head. It's now a Mexican standoff. A battle of who gives in first. You've had it happen before, right? Confusion, assumptions. You know you're right. But you're not. And neither is your favorite podcaster. We're just apes in shoes glitching our way through existence, guided by invisible bugs in our mental software. It's about time we met those bugs. Your search for the truth, but only the kind you agree with. Everything else is fake news or just someone's opinion. Sounds familiar? Don't be shy. We know you're flashing back through every night you spent during election season doom-scrolling. Congrats. Somehow, even on your quest to uncover the truth, you're only roaming around a really nice village that sells everything you want to buy. You've created a belief echo chamber. Might as well enjoy the acoustics. You walk into a new, fancy pizza place. The first thing you see on the menu is an 18-inch Mega Monster pizza for $79.99. You panic, until you see your next option. A special discount on a 12-inch Family Feast pizza for $49.99. Suddenly, it seems reasonable. Heck, it even feels like a bargain. You tell yourself, that's basically several times cheaper. You don't question why it's still $50 for a pizza. So you buy it, and as you eat it, you wonder, was that first pizza even real? No one knows, but your wallet knows what just happened. First impressions matter, even if it's just a number someone made up. The first piece of info you get becomes your foundation, whether it's price, a stat, or your friend's terrible movie rating. You know how, the first ever objective thinking smart guy on Earth, Socrates, said, "All I know is that I know nothing"? Yeah, well, just a little extrapolation on that will take you to the anti-Socrates. That one biased guy you know from the executive that thinks he's the most objective, and competent, and all-knowing. He's perfect, okay? Just ask his underpaid assistant. You can sum up the Dunning-Kruger Effect as, the less you know, the more confident you are. Because why wouldn't you be? You don't know what you don't know. It's not stupidity, it's aggressively uninformed enthusiasm. Okay, never mind, that's still pretty much stupidity. Just dressed up for LinkedIn, which is fantastic for your career, congratulations. Remember how the 7-year-old you thought adults weren't worried enough about the Bermuda Triangle? And that randomly dead patch of grass was hiding quicksand that your dad will get stuck in while mowing the lawn. If you could remember it easily, you'll think it happens a lot. Some might call it the placebo effect, but this placebo is on steroids. Shark attacks are suddenly way too common. Plane crashes happen every Tuesday. Killer clowns? Dude, you think your neighbor might be one. You're not rational, you're just watching too much news. Or weirdly watching it far too many times. You okay? You're in the exam hall. You were supposed to spend all night studying, but that 40-minute video on YouTube was too interesting. And then you just had to watch a couple more. Because clearly, exam week is the best time to binge true crime videos. Before you sleep, you tell yourself, statistically, someone has to guess every answer correctly by chance. Why not me? Bad things happen. To other people. You, though, you'll be fine. You'll live forever, retire early, and definitely never send a text to the wrong person. Spoiler, you will, at least twice. Just cross your fingers and hope it's not your ex, or your boss. This might be the most relevant bias during elections. You know your group is special. Correct, unique, more successful, morally superior. The other group, oh, they're all wrong. Weird, suspicious. Even if the only difference is which football team they cry over, or, who they vote for. If someone from your group slips and falls, the floor is at fault, but if someone from their group trips, they're just too uncoordinated and clumsy. No idea what they're doing. Brains love teams, even imaginary ones. You post a picture of your vacation on Instagram. Out of 26 comments, 25 say things like, gorgeous view, you look amazing, and living the dream. But then one random guy comments, did you forget leg day? You spend the next 3 hours zooming into your calves, texting your friends. Do I look weird? Be honest. The 25 compliments are instantly forgotten. That one troll comment lives rent-free in your brain for the next decade. 10 compliments, 1 insult. Guess which one you recall before sleeping every night. I got an A because I'm a genius. I got a D because the teacher hates me and the exam was unfair. We love to take credit when things go right. You'll see people convincing themselves they're just naturally gifted. But when they mess up, suddenly it's the weather, the system, the vibes, anything but them, pretty much. Self-serving bias helps us protect our ego, even if it means blaming the poor Wi-Fi for bombing that Zoom interview. Success is all about you. Failure, though, that's someone else's fault. It's like your ego has a PR department and it's working overtime. You know that one wine-loving aunt who claims she predicted COVID, Trump's comeback, and the estranged cousin's divorce? But she was somehow the most shocked when these events actually happened. After something happens, it suddenly seems obvious. It was clear from the start. Was it, though? Was it really? Because your diary says otherwise, Nostradamus. Just think of this as a little I told you so demon in your brain, claiming it knew how things would turn out no matter how they do turn out. People want to believe the world is fair. This is the bias that makes your parents roll their eyes when you tell them about a friend who got scammed. Again. So, when bad things happen, we assume it's deserved. It's not logical, it's emotional insurance. People want to convince themselves that as long as they don't do something bad or stupid, they'll breathe through life unscathed. Does it help everyone sleep at night? Sure. Does it make it true? Not at all. But who cares, right? When everyone agrees, no one thinks. You don't want to be that person, so you conform too. You're in a meeting and Brenda from marketing suggests rebranding the brand as Prongle. Neither you nor literally anyone else in the room knows what it means, but somehow everyone nods, like it's profound. You think, surely someone will say this is dumb. You say, no way someone will say this is dumb. Your coworker pitches in. Let's spell it without vowels. PRWNGL. Everyone applauds. 3 months later, you're handing out business cards that now look like a CAPTCHA. Look at that, the Titanic's turning and you're all steering it together. Isn't that wonderful? No, this isn't about role-playing a complicated married life with your friends. And it's also not about buying literally anything from IKEA and then Frankensteining it. It's a monstrosity that even the most helpful IKEA employee won't recognize. The IKEA effect is when you value things you helped build, even if they're terrible. Because effort equals attachment, apparently. That dinner you made last night? Not great, but you made it, so it's 5 stars in your heart. So what if the chicken tasted like it's still clucking? This video gets rid of 99.99% of cognitive biases in the viewer. This is authority bias. If the person making a claim is wearing a suit, a uniform, or has a title, you might believe anything they say, even if it's backed by an impressive 0 reports. In fact, this bias extends to people you view as authority figures. It could be your mom, your teacher, or your favorite YouTuber. Cults, diet trends, crypto scams. Pick your poison. Man, aren't Crocs great? Everyone loves them. But wait, weren't they the biggest joke, like 10 years ago? Back when galaxy print tights were the next best thing after gummy bracelets that waxed your skin in the summer. If everyone else is doing it, you will too, even if it's objectively Crocs. Peer pressure isn't just for teens, it's for all of us. Once you choose something, you defend it. It doesn't matter if that thing messes up so bad it's just a step away from ruining your life. Like that toaster you bought online while bin shopping that set itself on fire that one time. It's not a bad toaster, it's just quirky! And you totally don't have bad taste in romantic partners even though they're all somehow red flags. No, you didn't make a bad choice. You're just loyal, okay? And that's just the start. There are over 100 cognitive biases. Each one is shaping how you think, judge, vote, fall in love, or scream on the internet. But here's the fun part. Knowing that brains are biased is, you guessed it, also a bias. It's called the bias blind spot. Just great.